good peoples, and my good brother Kaz. How you doing
Yeah.
on this beautiful Saturday
Oh,
afternoon now?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just came back from the supermarket. I was telling you I had to get my loaf of bread to make my toast and my orange juice for my breakfast. But I'm good. How you feeling?
Oh, I'm great. I'm great. I'm in good spirits these days. I don't think I said this on live myself. I might have texted it in the comments here and there, but your boy getting old. I'm officially an old man and I'm about to be a granddaddy. So I'm feeling the
Congratulations.
vibes. I'm feeling the
Congratulations,
love.
man.
Man, it's amazing. Like oh man, I just get woo. I get
Yeah,
excited,
man.
guys. I get
Yeah. I know the feeling. I know the feeling, man. I know
excited.
the feeling. I'm happy
I
for you.
I just found out like less than a week ago. Actually, as soon as I found out, you was one of the first people I reached out to.
Yeah.
So
It was funny because we was
uh,
just talking about it. You was like, yo,
right,
I
right,
right? And then that happened. That happened. Wow.
right. It just we spoke it into existence. I was like, yo, I said, if it worked like that, I said, God, give me $1 million.
Gave you something
Yo,
better. Gave you something better. Gave you wow. So you're gonna have a healthy grand, and that wow, and that's awesome. That's awesome because I feel like I was telling my son when I had my daughter, right before I was having my daughter, her mother was having her. It's like wow, that's just more love to the family. That's just more love into the family and the opportunity to show more love, man. So I'm happy for you, man. Wow.
right. How you been though? What you got going on these days? Everything
Uh,
good?
yeah, I just been good, man. I gotta get some links taken off my watch. I brought a new watch and everything like that, and
Bling bling.
yeah, my man tried to give me I guess a little wiggle room, but I was like, I gotta get one of these links taken off because I don't like when it's too big. When it's like like that, I don't like that.
That used to be the wave. That used to be the wave. Everything is tight these days, though. Everything used to be
Right,
bigger. Like like
when we was younger, I think because we probably wanted people to see our watch or hear it, but yeah, it's like irritate, like the pants thing. Remember the pant? Now I be like, yo, if I leave the house without a belt, I'm like, yo, I can't keep doing this, man. I can't. So,
right, right,
so you're right. You're right.
right. So yeah, man. Today we just having a little freestyle, so to speak. Kaz got some bars he wanted to let y'all hear right quick. No, I'm just kidding. Kaz, what's up with the governor? Did you hear about this governor? Obviously
Yeah,
you heard
man.
about it because you the one that.
He got attacked. Well, they say he got attacked by some teenagers. I think his son had like a little rift with them the day prior, and they
Mm,
seen
his
him and
stepson too, right? It's a
stepson,
stepson. So
stepson. Yeah,
but a son of it's a father's
right.
a father. It's if you with him, obviously he treated them like a
But
son if
so
they
they
hanging
said
out
they're
and
in the
chilling and whatnot.
hospital, stable condition. So they said they're okay, and I guess they should be home soon. But yeah, they got these kids plastered all over the news. I'm like, wow, man. The parents might
Yeah.
turn the men, but I don't know what really. They said they're not clear what provoked it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the clip I saw was only about 2.5 minutes. It was the news from New York, um East Side, Upper East Side. It was the Upper East Side,
I
right?
think
Something like that.
I think it was like 96th Street, Second Avenue, or something like that. They were saying, yeah.
All right. What's your thought on that, right quick? You being from New York,
Um,
and
I think
whatnot.
a lot of times these children be out here like trying to have fun, or I don't know what they be doing, because we're not clear what provoked it, but I think it's how you handle situations also. So but it's unfortunate, man, that the brother was sent to the hospital. Him and his grandson, right? His grandson, stepson. I keep saying grandson, stepson, right?
Uh, stepson,
Yeah,
yeah,
stepson was
stepson.
sent to the hospital, but that just shows you they're saying the crime went down, but it's like it's still like crazy out here a little bit, man.
Right. It be wild, man. It gets wild. It gets wild. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, like I guess if I'm not wrong, I don't know about New York. I'm just this is, but when you injure or you hurt someone of government,
Right, right.
It's like a felony if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think they said
For
they categorizing as as a gang assault. They're saying so. Even if these kids is not in a gang, they're gonna group them into some type of gang. You know what I mean?
right, 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 right. That's very, very unfortunate. Praise up for everybody. Hopefully everything works out for everybody involved. I know how I am. I don't. I'm never here to judge anyone. So
Right.
I just wish everyone the best, the best, the best outcome. Um,
Uh, and I mean, these kids looked at fairly young. You know, they looked at fairly young. And I was talking about a situation that I was in, right? I was walking to the store one day, right? And it was like these kids, they looked about 15, 16, and they were doing something behind my back. All right. I didn't know what exactly it was. But then I seen them like when I was coming from the store, I was going around the opposite way and I seen the same group of kids. And so I stopped, and the kid was like, "Oh, it wasn't me; it was him," pointing to his friend. We're gonna beat him up. So I was letting them know, like, no, don't beat your friend up. But I was telling them, like, yo, y'all can't do this because you can get hurt in the streets. And I know they was like genuinely trying to have fun, but it's consequences with that. You know what I mean?
right, right. Always come for every action. There's an opposite for equal reaction. We must understand that too. It's like
Right.
what we put out that that energy, that frequency. It's gonna come back to you. It's gonna come back to you. You
Right.
know.
That's why these kids got to pick a hobby. They got to get some type of hobby because they have a lot of energy in them. They have a lot of built up energy, stuff that happened at home, stuff that happened even before they came out the womb. So I think a hobby is good. Picking some type of hobby because they want to have fun, man. The energy, they want to burn that
Right.
energy. So sometimes, good kids do stupid stuff. You know what I mean? Because they probably didn't mean to hurt
Everyone,
you.
everyone at some point does something questionable. You know, it's
Right.
how you learn from it. You try to avoid making the same mistake again, but a lot of times this behavior that you're speaking of, it tends to be repetitive. You know, it's not a first time. It's usually it's happened
Right.
before. It's happened before. It's happened before. So the narrative just has to change because this is the future. This is our kids coming up, and as a parent, I wouldn't want to see my kid out there beating on somebody that doesn't
Wow. Yeah.
deserve it or is
Yeah.
innocent. You know,
Yeah.
defending yourself all day. Defend yourself all day long, all day long. Defend yourself, man. But it's very, very sad. It's very. I
Because
could
that can turn
imagine
into
there's
other
some really.
things. You know what I mean? He's handicapped. He's blind, so that can turn into different things. And some of these kids they like to fight. You put them in the gym. You put them in the gym. Salute to Jamel Saladin. We was at the gym yesterday, and I was seeing the young brothers in there at the gym. Boxing it up. And if they like to fight, put them in the gym. Some of these
Mm,
so-called shooters, maybe they should have been in the Navy or the Army or something like that. You know what I mean? So you got to know how to channel that energy.
Are you a fan of like would you encourage people to go to the army at a young age? Like,
Um,
cause
but
I'm kind of like I'm not for that completely. Not that I'm against it. It's just that I know how the way my mind works. I know how the
right,
system is. I know how the government is, and the things that we think we're fighting for is not what we're really fighting for. It's like
yes,
so that kind of pushed me away from um telling a kid to go to the army or go to the navy just because I'm just not a fan of it because it's not the fight isn't for us really. It's secret stuff going on that
right,
these people get manipulated. This is my opinion
yes,
only. Like
yes,
and
yes, yes, sir, yes, sir.
respect to the soldiers and the veterans all day long. I mean that's another thing. I say veterans. Look how assed out a lot of our veterans are these days. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
veterans should be well taken care of. Cause
No, 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 and that's a fact. and that's what makes it like a personal choice. That's what makes it a personal
Mm,
choice. And I'd rather see, these brothers and sisters going there than doing it on the street. You know what I mean? So,
mm,
but it's really like it's a complex question, and it's a personal thing. You know what I mean? So some
mm,
people might see themselves in the hood, stuck in the hood, and say, you know what, I'm gonna do this, and they could find a different avenue. You know what I'm saying? A different
mm.
avenue because it's just like legal killing. So, that's like a personal choice, but I'd rather see them doing that than being in the street just killing, senseless killing and, senseless attacks. You know what I mean?
Right, 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 right. Togetherness.
But I'm
Togetherness seems
not
to
for
be
I'm not really for none of it. But it's like picking one lesser evil with the other one.
right.
Some dudes is just in the hood terrorizing the people in the hood, and they could be doing something else. You know what I mean, with their energy and time.
Right, right, man. It's it is better than being in the streets all day long. Like and 20 years ago, my opinion would have been different. But again, I have some experience in this, and
Right,
my brother fought, in war, and if you're watching, bro, I love you and thank you for what you've done, right? But it changed them tremendously. Like it's just a different person from when he
right,
left and
right.
came back home.
Salute
A
the
lot of
bro.
you see a lot of things. You see a lot of things happen. You see kids getting killed too, or
Decapitated. You come
kids
back with a
killing
lot of
people.
trauma. Yeah.
Right, right. So it's just like I don't want to say like, but it's like sometimes I feel like I lost my bro because
Wow.
he's not the same. He's not the same. Like he's so aware of everything, paying extra attention, and as you should be very aware of your surroundings. But at the same time, I need you to enjoy your life, like
Yeah.
live your
Yes.
best life. Stop living life on defense. And not only people in the army, us as civilians, a lot of times we live life on defense. Like
I agree.
no, like That's not the way we should be living. Life is not meant to be lived that way.
Right.
Whew, that was a great one. That was a good one. That was
Yeah.
good.
No, no, I,
Real
I
talk.
totally agree with you. I totally agree with you. We got to start enjoying life more because life is long, but it's short at the same time.
Yeah, it goes by
Tomorrow
quick.
is not promised, so enjoy it and try to inspire others. You know what I mean?
Right, right. And now that you say that too, you gave me a thought right quick because
Okay.
I came across something and it said dag, I can't verbatim, but it's like it's pointless to be nice in this world. And I had this discussion with you yesterday.
Right.
I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone with Cos at midnight. I haven't been on the phone with
Yeah, yeah.
anybody at midnight.
I was
God
on,
knows
I was on my way
God
to
knows
the late night spot. I went and got me a nice little gyro and everything. Yeah, we had that conversation. Yeah.
Right, right. And it's like, yo, you be nice. Being nice, it benefits other people. It really does. And but it should be for you. You should want to be nice. You
Right.
should that should be your style. What's your thoughts on that? Cause break on that.
I think a lot of times we use certain words and certain energy in the wrong manner, right? Like it's nothing wrong with being compassionate and kind to others, but nice is more just like a verbal thing. Just being nice, just saying the right things, trying to get along with others. But when you're compassionate, you might ruffle some feathers, but people are gonna understand as they get older. They're gonna understand like wow. Like I was telling matter of fact, I left a comment on King Delvin. Shout out to King Delvin. I left a comment on his joint where I was like, yo, I really I liked it my nice uncle more than my compassionate and stern uncle. But as I got older, I learned to appreciate my stern and compassionate uncle more. He taught me more. And
Uh
being nice doesn't make you a good person. It doesn't make you a bad person. It's just like a program, something that we was taught. Let's just be nice to people, and nice mean like saying the right things to people. You understand what I
right.
mean? but compassionate is when you do the right things.
Yes, sir.
Like being nice is me asking you okay, you all right, and but compassion is like me knowing and then me just doing. I'm gonna buy you the
Mm-hmm.
groceries. I'm not gonna ask you, are you okay? Are you hungry? If I know already, I'm gonna buy the groceries. That's just like when brothers find themselves in the jam. I'm not gonna ask you and all that. That's just being nice and being nosy. I'm gonna do for you because I know you in the jam and you're my brother.
Right.
So I think a lot of times we just use words because if we study the etymology of the
What if you
word,
don't know though? What if you don't know that somebody's in the jam? What if you don't know? How do you?
well, that's what I'm saying. You be compassionate. You asked them and everything like that, and not just like some people. Like I was telling a story about my homegirl, right, where her son, slipped on the
Salute
banana peel,
Bucks.
hurt
I
himself,
see you.
whatever.
I see you Bucks. I see you Bucks. Salute.
Salute the
Peace.
brother
Thank you for
Bucks.
stopping by.
BX stand up. So the brother asked him, "Yo, you okay?" And like that's being nice, are you okay? And then nothing. It was no compassionate. Compassionate is helping your peoples and putting them on to game. So I think that we just been using words in the wrong way. That's all it is. And it's nothing wrong with being nice, but you got to follow it up with being compassionate. You know what I mean? You just can't be
Right.
nice
Right.
in your life and and a lot of times we want to live in this bubble. We don't want to bother nobody. We don't want to ruffle no feathers. We don't want to step on no toes. But sometimes that's going to happen. When we look at all of the great leaders and all of the great people, they wasn't always liked. You know what I'm saying? When you look at Jesus when Jesus flipped over the table and all of that. Like everybody didn't like Jesus, right? But he did what he felt was right for the people. That's being compassionate. You know what I mean?
Wow. You just dropped another jewel on me. Cause yeah, you're absolutely right. Like
Right.
right. And about
The nice people, they know what to say. And a lot of times that's being manipulative. But like you said, not knowing. They don't know what they're doing. So it's not like they're bad people for doing it. It's just something that they was taught. Do this, say
mm,
this, and you'll have no problems in life. And nobody wants any problems in life, but if it's unprovoked, then you find a solution for it. It's about helping
mm,
people. It's about helping people getting out there grinding and letting people know the truth. That's just like if you was telling me the truth about something, I might not like it at that moment, but I'm gonna respect it and I'm gonna meditate on it. I'm like, wow, that's my brother. At least he told me the truth. He wasn't nice
right.
to me and told me a lie. You know what I mean?
Mm,
How many people been nice to us and told us a lie? You know what I mean?
oh, so you gave me a whole different avenue to look at it.
Right.
So it's like nice is subjective. We trying
We're
to
just trying to get
understand.
by. A lot of times we're just trying to get by, so we say the nice things to people and that's not and being nice is not really helping people. That's just like when people say, "Oh, I feel sorry for people." Feeling sorry for me is not helping me. You know what I'm saying? If you want to
Mm,
help me, then put some action behind it. Oh, I feel sorry for
right.
this person. Like we say, a lot of times people will place themselves in your shoes and they feel sorry for themselves. That's why they
Mm,
say it. So a lot of times is how people feel about themselves. Don't feel sorry for me. Don't ever feel sorry for me. If you want to help me, but don't feel sorry for me because that a lot of times that makes situations worse. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Right.
And
Right. 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 Right.
when you think of nice, it sounds so much like the word naive. You know what I mean?
Mm, right. Right. You're right. You're right. You are definitely right about that. It does sound like naive.
Right. And
It does sound like it.
we don't want to make it seem like nice people are bad people. They're not bad people, and it also doesn't make you a good person also. So, but it's just about when we start waking up to life, period. You know what I mean? Life
Right.
is not a nice place, you know what I mean?
Right. Right. It makes sense. It makes sense. It got me thinking on a different part of my brain right now because
Yeah.
it's like it's what you're considering nice. Is
Yeah.
what is being nice to you. Um,
Yeah.
I'm coming from a place of I'm taking nice as in being loving, being caring, being giving, being understanding,
Right. Kind.
compassion, kind, right? Kind and truthful. Yo, I'm very big on honesty. I love truth. I
Facts.
of course growing up I said lies and it was always a lie always had to be covered up with another lie and another lie and another lie and next thing you know you 50,000 lies in and to the
Right.
point where you believe some people lie so well that they believing their own lies like they convinced
Right.
on their
Right.
lies like
And we got to think about how we was taught, right? I was reading the book Solar Dad Brother by Jonathan Jackson, right? So Jonathan Jackson, and this is like maybe like 10 years ago when I first started reading the book, and he was having a good conversation with his mother, but he was telling his mother, he was like, yo, I still love you even though you lied to me. And he was going on and on. So I really didn't understand it. I was like, wow. But if your parents was lied to them and then they lie to you. It's just we carry that on, that we carry that program down. So it
mm,
doesn't mean that they're bad people. It's just that my mother lied to me about certain things, but I still love her, and maybe
right
I took that tradition down to my children. But so it's about
yep
doing research and being honest. Like it's
right
certain things, like my daughter. My daughter calls me and texts me sometimes, and I might be doing something. So she texts me and she said, "Daddy, you don't have to lie to me. I know you seen my call. If you didn't want to call me, just say that you were busy. I still love you." So that's like being
mm,
honest and that's being compassionate and stuff like that. She could have lied to me or she could have jazzed it up, but she told me, "I know you seen my text." So now,
right
in this day and
It
time,
says
it's no way.
it says delivered. It says delivered.
Yes,
It says
yes.
delivered. It says open.
So
It's
nowadays, there's no way you can lie to a person. Say, I didn't see your text, or I didn't see it, unless you just didn't have your phone near you. But now, doing being how you got your phone programmed, it pops up as a text message now. Like, so you can't, you know what I mean? So it's about being honest, man. And I think people respect honesty. I remember
right,
relationships I was in where females would tell me, "Yo, be honest with me. Tell me the
right,
truth." And we're sitting there lying to them, and they're like, "Yo, just tell me the truth." Because when you tell people the truth, it's like it does something psychologically. It lets people know, and even though they might be hurt for a little bit, but people respect the truth. So when people
right,
are nice to people and people are lying to them, and it just, it's crazy, but everybody's not there. Everybody can't be honest. It was one time where I couldn't be honest with the females or certain
mm,
females. And like I put up a
right,
video where the woman was holding the brother's hand and he was on the phone with his woman and he's lying. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I would have just been like,
uh,
yo, I would have not grabbed her hand and I would have been like, yo, I'm on the phone with my lady. That like you feel stronger when you honest. You feel powerful when you honest. When you gotta lie to people and you nice, you see like it kind of weakens your spirit a little bit.
right. How even on this internet, right?
Right.
People go out their way to make a different page to tell you how they feel.
Mm,
Whether they really feel that way or not, that's up in the air. But I respect it more when it's really when it's your real page and it's really
right.
you and you critiquing or criticizing or something that you're being truthful, you're being honest with your
Yes.
own page. Like even me, I've come across channels where like I wasn't feeling something
Mm-hmm.
and I couldn't. I'm not gonna lie about it. Like
Right.
I just Eric, am gonna use my own page and say I'm not feeling this, or this isn't cool. This is
Right. Right.
trash. This is garbage that you're putting out, so to speak, respectfully, and no disrespect ever intended
Right.
at all, at all, at
I
all.
love this
But
about the channel, but you can disagree on certain things. And I think that's what
mhm,
people, a lot of people, they respect it. They might not respect it at the moment, but when they think about it after a couple of days, they're like, wow, at least this bro was honest. He supports. This brother's around, he
right.
supports. So his voice is
Uh,
valuable. You know what I'm saying? So
I
I respect
want to.
him.
I want to. This. there's some channels still to this day. Like I try to like and I try to support and I engage, but it's like nah, I can't. It's like they're going way too left for me, way too left for me. So I won't even partake. I'll just get out of there. But sometimes I'm really interested in people's story or people's journey. I want to
Yes,
understand their perspectives and whatnot. And I'm never coming from a malicious place ever, 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 ever. There was once upon a time where I
brother
did lie to
Delvin,
people.
salute.
I did lie to people
Yes,
just to not hurt their feelings.
yes, yes,
You know,
yes. Big time, big time. I know
you
what you
know,
mean.
and that was something crucial actually, and me and my wife's relationship. Like
Okay.
I would always be honest, like always honest. I could use
Yeah.
food. I could use food as an example. If the food isn't good, I'm gonna have to tell you the food is not good. I'm gonna have to tell you what I think you could have done better and whatnot. It's on you to fix it. But she would take it defensive or the wrong way sometimes. But that was in the beginning stages of our
Yes,
relationship.
yes.
Now she's more acceptive of it because she knows I'm not coming
Right.
from
It's
a
where you
mean
coming
place
from. Yeah,
or
yeah.
being malicious. Delvin, blessed up, lion heart. Mm. Yeah, it's honesty. I'm big on honesty. It's like sometimes I won't ask somebody a question because I don't want to know the answer.
Right.
I don't want to put you in the predicament where you're gonna have to lie to me to maybe not hurt my feelings or put
Mm,
something in the air. Like I'm okay not asking if I
yeah,
think I know the answer. But like you said, you was talking about like the phone call with your kid and whatnot, and she said I
yeah,
know you
yeah,
see like
yeah.
it's like right now somebody sends me a text message. I could read it, I could open it and read it, but I'm on live, so I can't
Right.
respond right quick. You know what I mean? It's not that I'm avoiding it. It's just
Yes. But
I'm
when you're
doing something.
honest, but when you're honest with the person and you let them know, yo, I was on live. I wasn't ignoring you. I was just on live and I didn't want to interrupt the live. So now the person knows, like, okay, if you do your lives around this time, I'll text you after. And like you said, that's a honesty. That's something that we have to get better with each other. And
Hmm.
letting each other know. And I feel you feel good when you're honest, when you're able to tell
Right,
the
right.
truth. And but when you
It's
lie,
easy. It's easy to remember. The truth is
yes,
easy to remember.
yes,
Lies is you can forget the lie, but you can't forget the truth. Like real basic, real basic. You can't If you're speaking the truth, it's
yes,
always going to be. It's never going to change. You
that,
lie. It's
yeah,
sometimes that's how you catch people in a lie. You ask them a
uh-huh,
question, they lie to you. Then so you saying this and this and that. Then they change the story again. So you saying then they change the story again. They're like four
yes,
different stories in. How do I know which one is true? Or in my eyes, I don't think any of them is true. Now I don't know what to
right.
believe. So yeah,
No,
that's
no, no,
crazy.
no. That's a whole fact. Because I remember I was telling you, I was saying that I really felt like crazy. Like one time I copped out to a case. I had got probation, 5 years probation, and the judge is like, "Yo, did anyone promise you anything?" And I'm lying to this judge. I'm like, "Wow, I'm really lying to him," and it makes you feel a type of way. No, oh no, nobody offered me anything, Your Honor. Boom, 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 boom. So being truthful, it builds your character also. You know what I mean? When
Mhm.
you're able to be truthful and you're able to stand in the face of any adversity and just be truthful and just be
Right.
and be true. And when you're truthful, people know how to help you. Because sometimes people think that you got it made or everything is good, and you're like, wow, why is nobody helping me, or why is nobody reaching out? Because I mean, the image that you're giving off, you're giving off a false image. So
Mhm.
just being honest, man, just being honest. And I think we get there at a certain time in our life, You know what I mean?
Right, right, right. Man, 702 is in the
It's
building.
702. Peace and love.
Um, she says, "Good morning. I'm assuming it's still morning in the West Coast. I'm in the East
Yeah, I think
Coast.
it's like a
So
3 hour difference. 3 hour difference. I
good
always get it mixed
good
up. I think it's like a
afternoon
three
to
hour
you, kid.
difference.
Good afternoon or good morning and all that. Yes, good seeing you. But yeah, man, you know me, Cos, for a couple years now. You know how I
Yeah,
feel about the honesty and the lying. Like you
right,
already
right.
know how I am about that. I did that in growing up. Yes, I did it. I did it. I'm still a work in progress. Don't get me
We all
wrong.
are.
I'm not a
We all
I'm
are.
not a
Yeah.
I'm not no saint. But
No.
God knows that every day I give it my best, and it is
Yeah.
my obligation. It is my obligation to give back. I caused ruckus. I caused damage. I've caused confusion. Like I was very disruptive as a kid growing up. So I gotta turn that around. I gotta turn that around. Like I
And I
owe it
think
to
that's
the world.
why, I think that's why people care, and so many people appreciate you for that, because they see that honesty and they see that work in progress. You understand what I mean? Because I think people
Mm,
can see through the bull crap, but people see that in you. You know what I mean? We come on like once a week. We always give good spill. People know that you're in your community doing the work. You're doing the work with your own family. And like I said, you don't have to overdo it, but what you're doing is great. And I respect
right,
it, and I know other people respect it. You know what I mean?
right, right. I dig. I dig. That's what life is supposed to be, man. Like you learn from your mistakes, move on, move forward, and just give it your best, man. Just give it
Yeah.
your best.
The
Like
sister said the view is viewing. The view is viewing. And
the
when I
view
first
is
seen you, it looked
viewing.
like you was at a shooting range or something. You know what I mean? Oh wow, yeah, nice.
Very nice, bro. That field I was on in the lake, the water was that. It's right around the corner. I really would
Okay.
like to get I really would like to get a house that's next to like a lake behind it. Like I really would like that. That might be a next
Yeah.
house move to get
Yeah, and
one
then
with
go out there with the nice tunes, with the nice sounds,
yeah.
and
And
the
there's a few
vibe.
spots where I live at. There's a lot of not a lot, but there's a few different lakes, and they got houses around these lakes. So it would
Nice,
be nice.
nice.
It would be nice to be able to get my hands on one of these. She said the view is viewing. Yo, you know what's crazy is that you can see from the window over there, you can see the sun setting, and from my room, you can see the sunrise. So
Nice, nice.
a beautiful, 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 beautiful view.
The
But yeah,
sky
man,
looked nice and blue, and you know what I mean? Wow.
it's actually getting warmer out, and it was a little windier and chilly earlier. It's getting a little warmer, pushing like towards maybe 70, 70.
Okay.
Mm. What else, Kaz? What else we got going on, Kaz? You want to touch up on this
Um.
puppy situation?
Yeah. Diddy turned down. I think a plea deal. He turned down a plea deal, and he said he's going to trial.
Mm-mm.
He's going
But
to
like
trial.
me,
Yeah. I think
these
so.
last.
Huh?
Go ahead, go ahead. No.
No, no. I was saying if he's going to trial, cause I mean I think they offered him something maybe like 20 or 30 joints. So he probably feels like, yo, I might as well go all the way. They're trumping these charges on me, and he might not feel like he's guilty of some stuff. But like I always said, I think I was talking to you when I said it. I think that Puffy needs to speak up for himself. I'm not telling him to snitch or anything like that, but if I was in that situation, I'd be speaking up for myself. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna be
Right.
like the lawyers, and I know he's a billion. He's supposed to be $1 billion guy, but I would be speaking up for myself too, man.
Mm. Well, let me give my perspective right quick.
Right.
It's gonna shock some people a little bit maybe, but like I am so sick and tired of all these memes, of all this puffy stuff going on. I'm so tired
Yeah.
of it and annoyed by it because while while we're making mockery or making fun of this situation, there's a lot of people that are really, really affected by this, really, really traumatized by this,
Yes. Yeah.
and not maybe not everybody, but there are some people that are very like it affects them tremendously.
Yes.
Uh, like families, people we don't know. There's a lot of people that families are possibly being destroyed. You know, God forbid he has kids running
Victim.
around that he don't
Yeah.
even know about. You know what I mean? On
Yeah. I think one of the
you know,
victims said she was actually pregnant. Yeah.
so you know, it's like it just sucks to see the way it's being interpreted. This storyline, like we're making fun of the situation when they're like there's real victims out there, cause you know what I mean. So like
Yes. Yes.
lately, I just ain't been feeling it. The memes at first it was funny, but now it's not anymore. Like I see the bigger picture. There's people. There's a lot of people involved and got
Right, and we don't want to negate the victims. You know what I mean? The real victims and everything like that. And we know some people just jumping on the bandwagon, but people want him to do life in jail, and I think prison makes people worse. You know what I mean? I think
mm,
that people need to get psychological help. And we're not saying that Puffy was totally innocent, but like the brother said, it's deeper than Puffy. Salute to King Delvin. The brother said it's deeper than Puffy. This stuff if they really want to stop what's going on, they will get to the root of the issue.
right.
You don't go
I
to the
remember
main
I
part.
remember us I remember us having this discussion and it was like
Yes.
I was telling you that for me Puffy was the at the time at least that he was the big shark, the biggest shark,
I remember.
the
I
one.
remember.
But no, there's I guess there's higher and higher and higher to the point where
Yeah.
the guy won't even eat his food because he think he's gonna get poisoned and
Mhm.
whatnot. Like I was hearing that a judge had to step down too.
King Delvin, salute.
I guess he might be on video too, one of the judges or something like that. That one of the judges had to step down from the Puffy trial because of his involvement.
I think they got a new judge now. They got a new judge, and that's just like when you hear Az and these guys talk about how it was doctors and lawyers, government people buying drugs from them. So this stuff been going on. It's been
Hmm.
going on, and like the brother said, Puffy it's just a narrative that they build up. You know what I mean? So Puffy's like the fall guy for a lot of this,
I
and I
see.
think
Right,
he knows a
right,
lot of information, and he's
right.
ready to go to trial. And we're gonna see a lot of different stuff, man. But
I was Do you think that do you think it's possible that maybe like I don't wanna make it like let me see like it's just do you think it's possible that he's doing what was done to him to get into the game and now being high and intoxicated is also numbing his pain from what he had to do like
I think that a lot of these artists are exposed to things, and they might think that it's okay because it's just going under the radar. You understand what I'm saying? So someone had to introduce this to him, and he felt it was okay and started doing it to other people. Just like with the quote unquote J jerking records, where they jerk people and then other people do it. So people are the victim, and then they become, what I mean?
the
They start
predator,
victimizing other people. They become the predator. And I
right?
think a lot of times when you get into to the spotlight, and they know how to pump your ego up, right? And I was talking to Brother Quasi about this, right? I love Malcolm X. Love Malcolm X. I think Malcolm X is one of the best that ever really did it, man. He's like somebody that got me started, you know what I mean? But the way he outs his leader in front of the white media, I think that was a little bit much. But it's something about this camera, getting in front of this camera and the spotlight and how it massages your ego. We can
Hmm.
all it can be us tomorrow if we don't
Right.
hold tight to ourselves. And like I said, I love Malcolm. I'm not getting on Malcolm, but I think Malcolm was tricked also. And this is how they do it. The media knows how to do it. You know what I mean? And Malcolm knew the best. He knew the best. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Right, right, right. It's just very, very, very sad, and it's the way they speaking of it, and
Hmm.
people making a mockery of it. This hotline thing where it's becoming the thing to do now. Everybody's on live calling the hotline. It's kind
Right.
of taking this to a whole different level. Cos, can you hold me down for one quick second? Let me
Sure.
take this
Sure.
sweater
Do
off
your
and come
thing.
right
Do
back.
your thing. Do your thing. Yeah, and these are the people that will claim that they really don't care. They really don't care. But I can understand why people make these videos and stuff. They want to feel important. People are hitting them up on the DM and they inboxes. So, it's an ego thing again, like we were speaking. People want to feel important. So people will do anything to feel important, at least for that moment. We spoke about the dopamines. We spoke about the dopamine hangovers. You got some people that's maybe they're not into drugs or whatever, but they look like they're getting high because they have a dopamine hangover. So once they get to the ego could be a deadly thing, man. It can kill you spiritually, physically, financially, and we see this
Mm-hmm.
happening in real time. So you got to know when to step out of the spotlight, when to get into the spotlight. And if you do get into the spotlight, you got to understand what you're doing. What are you promoting? You understand what I mean? And we see it. They
Right.
got Al Sharpton wrapped up in this thing now. The former bodyguard, Big Joe. So you gotta know who you dealing with and why you dealing with them, right? Like I
Right.
always said, I work with almost anybody. If we're doing something for the community, it gotta make sense. I'm not just dealing
Right.
with people just to deal with them. People want to take pictures. Next thing you know, you're in a magazine
Mm-hmm.
associated with this person, and that's what the media does. And we got to remember, the media works together. Whether it's a
Mm.
newspaper, magazine, they work
Hold
together.
that hold that thought right there. Now that
All
you
right.
said that, that helps my next thing that I was about to say, because there's a video of Kanye West that has been removed, a music video, and it's him on a big bed with a whole bunch of celebrities.
Mm,
They all in bed together, cause
right.
they show that big bed in Puffy's backyard. So pretty much Kanye was basically telling us we're all in bed together. We're all in this
Mm,
together. But that video suddenly just been removed. It's hard to come across. I'm sure
wow.
people out there, especially if they're Kanye fans, I'm sure they've come across it where he's literally in bed with all the celebrities next to him. The
Yeah.
Kardashians, it's like a whole bunch of different celebrities on the same bed. That's not
Okay.
that is weird to me. Like that's
Right.
that's weird
Right.
to me. That's weird. And I'm not one to judge, but I'm not even comfortable with nobody even like sitting on my bed. Like my bed is
No, I
for
understand.
me
Yeah.
for me and my lady. Like nobody like even if we just chilling and you just happen to be hanging out in my room. Guess what? You're not sitting on my bed. You're gonna sit on the floor before you sit on the freaking bed. You know.
I remember one time I had an event at my apartment, and I told my cousin. He came into the bedroom and sat on the bed, and I was like, "Nah, that's a no-no." And I understand, because you ain't trying to invite no other energy in there, because a lot
Mm-hmm.
of it is about energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Masculine, feminine. So yeah,
Right.
they
Right.
many of them. You got to remember, many of these rich people, their children go to the same school, they go to the same doctors, they got similar bodyguards, different stuff like that. They hang out in similar clubs. So yeah, they're in this, together. That's why you got to be careful who you hanging around. You know what I mean? Salute to King Delvin in the building.
All right. Bless up. Bless up. Bless up. King Delvin again. Yeah, man. It's wild. It's a wild situation. It's disturbing to say the
Right.
least. See what's to come of this. I guess more names are going to come out. I'm sure a lot of us have ideas of the names that will come out. It's how much involvement do they have, or are we just focused? I think, and let me say this: I think that the media is going to be more focused on the black celebrities than they will be on the white ones that are involved. What's your thought on that?
But no, you got to think about COINTELPRO. It's been going on since like the jazz days. You know what I'm saying? When you type in and you Google COINTELPRO, it's been going on. So you don't even got to be doing nothing for them to start investigating you. You understand what I mean? And I think this is the whole part. I think this is a lesson for all of us, right? No matter your color, this is a lesson for all of y'all, mainly for black and brown. Like I was telling you before, well, I'm not even on Puffy Love, but this kind of taught me a lesson. You gotta be careful who you get involved with, and how you treat people, how you allow people to treat you. And we were talking about the whole honesty thing, being honest. Puffy could have said no a long time ago, but once you get into that spotlight and that spotlight start massaging your ego, you got to know certain things to turn down, certain things to stand on. And I think some people, they don't have the guts to say no, to stand up for themselves. You know what I mean? Puffy should have got help a long time ago. Not when he gets locked up. He say, "I'm gonna do this." He should have been in drug rehab. He should have been, getting a therapist. He should have did this before going to jail. So that's what I think kind of made it look bad, in a sense. Now you want to do all of these wonderful things now. That's just like when
Right.
we're in a relationship, right? When the relationship is almost over, we find these wonderful things to do. Oh, babe, I'm gonna take you out to these nice restaurants and things like that. So it's about being, like you said, about being honest and standing up for yourself. And half of these things you won't go through. You know what I mean?
Right, right. It's like Hollywood is like Satan's playground. It's the devil's home, so to speak. At least people like to say. I agree. When you get into that industry, when
Yes.
you reach when you reach certain level, those those people will come around and put you in these predicaments.
Yes.
Actually, real recently too, there was a NBA draft. I can't remember his name. 2 years ago, he got 2 years ago he got drafted. 2 years ago he got drafted, and he left the NBA because he wanted to continue his journey with Jesus. He said he wanted to continue his journey with Jesus. So he
Okay.
left the NBA because obviously the NBA's got some say satanic things going on themselves.
Right. Right.
Well,
And we spoke about
all the sports.
holly. We spoke about what type of wood holly is. Holly is the type of wood that puts people under a spell. So when we see people go to Hollywood, they seem like to start acting different. I was just having a conversation with my man Sage, with my brother Sage on 14th Street, and he was speaking about Brother Polite. And this is not disrespect to Brother Polite, but when you step into that space and you step into that realm, it can have an effect on you. So this is why you just got to know what you're getting yourself involved with, and is it really worth it? You know what I mean?
Mm,
I love Polite. When Polite came on the scene, he was like, I never seen nobody like him. Nobody did. He was packing about 500 people in the building. I never seen that a day in my life. At the lectures, he was packing about 500 to 1,000 people in the building. But a lot of times we allow people to massage our egos, and you're this and you're that, and we fall victim. You got to
yeah, we
love
take it to the
yourself.
head. We take it to the
Yeah,
head. We get it. It become like, you tend to feel powerful or influential, and then you become like caught up in the system because at the same
right.
time, when we people like, especially people like Delvin, myself, yourself,
Yes, yes,
we speak truth and we try to enlighten us. But if we had huge platforms, it wouldn't they wouldn't allow us to do this. It's only because we're on a smaller scale of things that it's okay for us to speak. But we got a million subscribers, and we talking this stuff. They're gonna find ways to take us down, to get rid
right.
of us.
That's it. And you know what though? You know what, brother? Sometimes this is a blessing. Sometimes it's a blessing not to have the 50,000 subscribers and stuff like that. Sometimes the universe is keeping you with 500 subscribers or 1,000 for a reason, right? Because you think about it, you have these people that got 50,000 subscribers and they have no connection with even the majority of them. They might have a connection with 5 or 10 of them, maybe in real life. So, what is really the work? So, you got to think about, what am I doing on the internet? Who am I teaching? Am I affecting people? Because you can have 1,000 friends, 1,000 subscribers, and it really means nothing. It really
Hmm.
means nothing. They're not really supporting. So we got to think about, what are we doing in life? What are we really
Right.
doing?
Right. Right. Just do good, man. Do the best you could. Keep your morals intact, principles.
Yes, yes.
Stick with the Most High. Whatever your God is, stick with the Most High.
And I
Be
say,
as
follow
righteous
your
as you could.
passion. I'm saying that before. Follow your passion. Whatever your passion is, follow your passion and try to use it to encourage other people. That's it. Try to encourage other people.
Right.
Peace, fam.
Hey, Julius Evans. Peace, fam. I never seen you before, don't recall, but thank you for tuning
Yeah.
in. You all appreciate it. Subscribe, subscribe. Every time I get a number, every time I get to like a like 600, like when I got to 600 subscribers, guys, all of a
Yes.
sudden it dropped down to 558, 555, 5. I was like, it started going down, so it took a minute to get back, and now I hit 660, and then I went down to 658, 659. I really don't care. I don't care about the numbers at all. Don't get me wrong. Like if there's one, there could be zero people listening while I'm live. Somebody's
Yeah.
gonna take this message and
It's about
take
the
some
people.
information.
It's about the people that we're able to inspire. And when people are able to share their testimony about how you inspired them and stuff like that, that's like the real flex. That's like the real flex, because anything that we share on here should be applicable, for people to take and change their lives and change other people's lives. So that's really what it's about. But I think the algorithm, and one thing about the algorithm is forever changing. So you can never adapt to the algorithm, right? You Google the algorithm or you study it, it's always changing. But we don't realize we're the ones with the real power. That's just like the government.
The masses,
The
right?
government
We're the
waits to
masses.
us to quote unquote break the law, and they make the laws. So that's the same
Mm,
thing with the algorithm. You have the power. They don't have the power. You have the power. You know what I mean? You are the
right.
algorithm. You are the government. So once people
We
start
the
to learn that,
people.
yes,
Mhm.
they
Right.
just sit
It's
in the
us.
chair. The president just sit in the chair. That's all they do, is the chairman.
Yo,
We are the
it's just
government. You know
modern
what I mean?
day modern day slavery is mind control. So
Yes.
they control the minds. It's like if anything has you, if anything has you in a chokehold, it's it's tough. It's like you got to break those chains and break those curses and get out of it. Get tuned in with your best self, with your
Right.
inner self,
If they
with the
control the
beautiful
mind,
universe.
if they control the mind, they can control your body. Because it's the brain that really controls the mind. It's really spiritual, mental, and physical, but we just keep it on layman terms. If they control your mind, they control your body. It's just like that.
Mm,
Because they put the
right.
ideas in your head and you're gonna move on that. That's just like the algorithm. The algorithm tells you what you should be eating, what you should be doing throughout the day, and some people follow that.
Mm,
Soon as I get up in the morning, my phone start ding 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 ding. I'm like, what the hell? How the phone know I'm up? You know what I mean? And I'm like,
right.
wow. So the
It takes me a
algorithm,
minute. It's like how long does it take for you to when you wake up? How long does it take for you to look at your phone? Is it immediately as soon as you get up, you go to your phone?
sometimes, yes, sometimes immediately, sometimes like a minute. Like sometimes, because I usually have my phone charging, so sometimes I'll pick up my phone as soon as I wake up, see boom 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 or whatever. But my new phone, I took off all the notifications and
Notifications,
everything,
right?
so I'm not like too much in a rush. So I say with my new phone, it might be like 20 minutes to a half an hour. But before my other phone, definitely like a minute, like a minute. I'll wake up and I'll just look right at it, and then sometimes I would see certain stuff and feel like, yo, I got to reply to that, or I got to make it do something to that, and that's what the algorithm wants because they want to keep you on the social media. They want to keep it running, keep it on it. So I just tell people, if you're on social media a lot, try to make the best of it. Try to make the best of it. That's all I'm saying. Like,
It's
you
true.
can
You can still be
detach.
kind, right? Right. I just
Yeah.
like to start my day. I like to start my day giving gratitude to the
Yes.
universe for even allowing me to wake up. Say good morning to the family and whatnot, and listen to something positive, some uplifting message, whether it's some prayers, some gospel music, some just even some 432 frequency. Just put it on for a little while, get that thing going. When you look, you grab your phone and you see something, some breaking news or something like that, like it's gonna mess with your emotions, and
Yes.
the rest of your day is gonna be
Or throw you off.
influ
Sometimes it throws you
yeah,
totally off.
right, right. It's like, nah, you gotta what you do the first 20 minutes of your day is gonna dictate the rest of your day. So it's like, started great, started amazing, started like when I go to bed, I'm looking forward to waking up. Like, it's like I'm
Right.
excited to
Right.
wake up the next day and do it all over again. I'm just grateful. But I'd rather not immediate. And there has been times. This isn't every day. There are times where I wake
Yes.
up and I grab my phone. And a lot of times, those are the days that I don't have the best days.
Right. No, no, and like we're saying about being honest. So it's good about being honest. And the only way we get better is being honest with ourselves. So it says a lot of people who do this, and then some people got honest and they hit themselves. To me, I think it's always better when you're able to do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you study these things, you get the information, and you just make yourself better. Because, like I've said before, I think all of us have been affected by this. We just jumped into social media. Not too many of us was educated on it. So we're educating ourselves now. So what I do is I turn off my
Learning it.
notifications on my new phone. I don't have any apps, so I can't be distracted by anything. You understand what I mean? So,
Right.
that's what we do. So when I get in the house, I got the Wi-Fi in the house. So when I get in the house, I go on my other phone and I see notifications or whatever. But we have to do this. We have to do this. You know what I mean? We're not missing anything. You're not missing nothing. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. The real world is very beautiful, very
Yeah.
amazing. Right.
It's more
You
exciting.
come
It's
on,
more exciting. It's more exciting.
come come on here, chop it up with like the brother Kaz and put a good message out.
Yeah.
It's good for the world, man. It's good. It's good. It's good.
Right.
Let's
And I
not
and I
let's keep
love when we can talk about our own experiences because it makes people able to learn, like let people know that we're human. I'm human.
absolutely,
It happens to me.
absolutely.
I got caught out there. We're human. So people are able to learn. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, right. Amen to that. Cause we like an hour in. You want to wrap it
Yeah,
up?
yeah,
Pretty good.
yeah.
This was fire. This was fire. So
No
this was
doubt. Salute
good.
to
This was
everybody that
really
came in the
good.
building, man. We appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Most definitely, yo. Delvin stopped by. Julia stopped by. Um,
Miss 702,
Miss
salute in the
702
building.
stopped by.
Bucks, man.
Mr.
Salute to
Bucks,
Bucks.
Mr. Bucks stopped by. Always dope when he comes through. Us never dumb. Please
Yes.
subscribe to everybody. Tune in. I will put Cosmology's channel and stuff on. I'm gonna put it in the description right after this.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
His stuff. I did it early on the last live, but then I had to start it over, so I messed up the
Okay.
whole. I had a fire description, but then the video it said 11:25 instead of 12:30. Something happened
Right.
where I had to do a new one. So, but I'll definitely will fill up this description with all the good people around, and so we can all subscribe and support each other. And
Yes. And
thank y'all
that's
so
what it's
much for
about.
tuning in.
That's what it's about. Yes. Yes.
Cause I'm gonna call you in about 5 minutes.
All right. Absolutely, brother. Peace.
Peace. Thank you for holding me down today too.
All the time. All the time. You already know that. You already know that.
All right. Yo, Yeah, yeah, always great when I chop it up with my brother Kaz. Shout out to everybody. Much love to the good brother Smitty Rock. 9 to 5 is better than 25. Thank y'all for tuning in. This was a good one. Try not to make it too long, but sometimes we could talk and talk and talk. Information is valuable. So thank y'all. Subscribe. Delvin, you too, bro. I'm really, I really would love if you could sometime bless the platform with your presence. Let me pick your brain a little bit and get some perspective from you, good brother, because you have a lot of wisdom that is heard. Obviously, people are subscribed to you, message. But I would love to have you up here sometime, man, and kick it, whether for 20 minutes, half an hour. Just let me pick your brain a little bit, you know. Other than that, yo, peace, love, God bless, stay good.